in plants. Already I have explained you in the class about the parts of the flower and sexual reproduction in plants, in the flower. So parts of the flowers also we have learned, and also stamen and anther is it is a male reproductive system in a flower, and style and stigma is the female reproductive system in the plant flower. So when the what is pollination also we have learned. So reaching the pollen grains from anther to stigma of the flower, it is called pollination. So if the pollination takes place within the flower, it is called self-pollination. If the pollination takes place by the another flower, it is called cross-pollination. So what is fertilization? So the fusion between because of the fusion between the male and female parts, the zygote is formed. This is called fertilization. Already I have explained you what is fertilization. So now today's topic is about what is the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. So in the flower we can observe three types of propagation. One is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction takes place by flower, and asexual reproduction only the vegetative parts involved. Will be no fusion between male and female parts. That is called asexual reproduction. And what is next one is vegetative propagation. Only the plant parts involved in the propagation, that is called vegetative propagation. Today we are going to learn about asexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction example is budding. First one is budding. So how the budding takes place? We have to take yeast. So it is a type of fungi plant. It is a type of fungi plant. So that so here we can observe after going to certain period of time, this parent plant produces one bulb-like structure. This bulb-like structure grows, and when it grows, it separates from the parent plant and grow individually. This type of propagation is called budding. This we can observe in the yeast plant. Yeast it is a fungi plant. So yeast it is also used in the sweets. Okay, understood? Budding. So small yeast plant produces some bulb-like structures. These bulb-like structures grow in size and separate from the parent plant and grow individually. This is budding. Okay, buds will be produced. So because of that reason, this process is called budding. And second, for this one activity is there. One activity is there. We have to take sugar in a teaspoon, and we have to add yeast to this. We have to add yeast to this. We have to keep aside for 1 day. After 1 day, we can observe small bubbles growing from the parent plant. This is called the budding. So again, when they grow, they separate and grow individually. This is the activity for budding. Next, second one is spore formation. Second one is spore formation. How the spores forms? So for this bread is the example. We have bread which we eat. That bread is the example. If we keep the bread in moist places, some moist places means wet place. So here some thread-like branches grow on the bread. These thread-like branches are called hyphae. It is also a type of fungi. These thread-like structures produces one sac-like structure. This sac-like structure is called sporangium. Sac-like structures is called sporangium. So due to wind or rain, this sporangium bursts open, and spores which are present in the sporangium, these spores again fall onto the bread and again grow independently. So this is how the propagation takes place. By forming the spores, the propagation takes place. Again I will repeat this spore formation. We have to take one bread and we have to keep this bread in wet place thread-like structures grow. These thread-like structures is called hyphae. It is a fungal plant. This after going to certain period, the sac-like structures grow from the hyphae. These sac-like structures is called sporangium. Due to wind or rain, this sporangium bursts open and spores fall out of the bed and again go into new plant. So this is how the propagation or fungal propagation takes place by spore formation. So asexual reproduction, this contains two types, budding and spore formation. Budding example yeast plant, and for sporation example bread. Okay, next one is vegetative propagation. Next one is vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation. Here only vegetative parts of the plant involved. For example, potato we have to take. So on the potato we can observe black color spots. These black color, when we cut these black color spots, and when we sow this piece of the potato containing black spots in the soil, then these again grow into new plant, and the potatoes grow under the ground. So this is like this the potato plant propagates. Potato plant propagates. It is a part of the the part of the stem bulges and it stores food and it forms the potato. Like it is a example for vegetative propagation. Next, second one is bryophyllum. Second one is bryophyllum. Bryophyllum. So here it is one type of leaf. So at the edges of the leaves, so small plants grow. Again, small plants grow from the edges of the leaf. From the edges of the leaves, again small plants grow. So when they grow to certain period, they separate from the parent part and grow individually. Like this bryophyllum propagates. So vegetative propagation, only vegetative parts involved. There will be no fusion of male and female gametes. Only the vegetative parts involved. If we observe the potato, we can see black color spots on the potato. So we have to cut the portion of the part which contains black color spots, and we have to keep this in the soil. Again, it will go into new plant producing potato. So this potato is the modified form of stem. Okay, next one is bryophyllum. Bryophyllum, it is one type of leaf. It produces small leaves from the edges of the edges. So here, when these grow, they separate from the parent plant and again grow individually. These two are the example for vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation means only vegetative parts. Vegetative parts means roots, stem, branches. These are involved. So vegetative parts involved, that is called vegetative propagation. If asexual reproduction means it is opposite of sexual reproduction. So example is budding and spore formation. For budding, one activity we have done, and spore formation example is bread. By this, your lesson reproduction in plants is finished. Tomorrow we will go for the another lesson, that is about seed dispersal. Okay, thank you.